So, hello everyone. I am here with Epiphane Ajaji, and who I will be talking to today. He is a translator, among other things, from Benin in West Africa, and he speaks English and French and Fon, and I'm not sure if there's anything else as well, but. I just wanted to talk to him briefly and get to know what it's like to be a translator in Benin and get some of his, because he told me some of his stories and some of the stuff he goes through, which I thought was very interesting. So I thought it would be interesting to share it with everyone else out there. And I think it will be informative to know, and also for other people maybe who are going through something similar, that at least they can also get more information, and it's a way to share information as well. So thank you so much for joining me, Epiphane. And
it's a pleasure.
And yeah, just to get started, I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about yourself. How did you get into translation, and a bit about your background?
Great. I'm Epiphane Ajaji. I'm from Benin Republic in West Africa. The story is that we have a city in Nigeria which is called Benin. So when people say Benin, if you don't add the Benin Republic, they think that you are from Nigeria, Benin City.
Oh, okay. So Benin Republic.
Yes, I'm from Benin Republic, but it's happened that Benin Republic is a neighbor to Nigeria, you see. So I got trained as English as foreign language teacher, and when I got my A-level, so I decided, instead of me going to teaching, why not try something else with my education in English? That's where I started translating and interpreting for people. But my being to translation is out of my love for English language. You know, in my educational system here, we call English a living language, because when you studying, you realize that English is more dynamic in evolving and helps you to express yourself easily than the language, the French language that we are using. So I got into translation because of my love for English.
Oh, interesting. That you describe it like that, like a living language. So you find it okay. So more expressive maybe than French and
yes.
Other languages. Oh wow. So let me get this straight. So because you speak French and English and Fon as well.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to ask you about that later on because I'm very curious about Fon. And you can and all three of these are working languages. You translate in all three, correct?
Yes, I do. I can translate from English to French and from English to Fon, and sometimes there are various dialects here in my country. Like I can translate from English to Mina, or from Mina to English.
Okay.
I'm not a proficient. Mina is a dialect from Togo, but okay. I can understand part of it. So I can translate from Mina to English. I can translate from Fon to English as well. So the two-way.
Okay. Yes. Interesting. Yeah. And actually, I should say, the first time I got in touch with Epiphane was I was looking for a translator in the Fon language, and so that's how we got in touch. In the end, the job didn't work out, unfortunately, but we still kept in touch, and I found it quite interesting. But I wanted to talk about some of the challenges you have, and I know you've told me about this specifically with the payment, because I think this is something that other people might have very similar experiences, and so I thought it was quite interesting if you could share that.
Yes, of course. You know, I've been in the translation field for almost 10 years now. But first, being a translator in Benin in particular is really challenging. Challenging in three ways. The first way is about the training to become a professional teacher, professional translator. it's not that easy. When I was studying at university, there was no specialty in becoming a professional translator.
Okay.
You have to travel abroad. Right. So for young people aspiring to become a translator, it was really challenging for them if you do not have the financial means and backup of your parents. And the second challenge was access to translation opportunity. The translation market is like a closed circle. Well, if you do not get, if you do not have mentors, if you do not have connections, you cannot get easily into that world. It's a very lucrative business, so it's a closed circle. So the third challenge has to do with if you work now for freelancer, because there was internet booming, the advent of internet and the possibility of searching job online has becoming more available for young people like me. So turning to internet was a great opportunity. Like working for Fiverr, working on Fiverr, securing freelancing job on Upwork. And it was opportunity for Africans like me. But the challenge with that opportunity was that when you get the contracts, the customer will require you to have a PayPal account or a bank transfer option. Well, unfortunately, because we are in a developing country, banks overseas do not trust the system, or the commission. If you get a work done and you have to wire your money into your bank account, the bank will withdraw a huge amount of commission. So at the end of the day, you end up with nothing left in your hands. And there was no option like PayPal. PayPal, many times I wrote to PayPal and asking them, why are you not servicing this part of the country, of the continent? There are huge opportunities for you. People will tell me that, oh, they are sorry, it's the regulation of my country. So unfortunately, for many years, you could see opportunities online, but you are not able to grasp those, to see those opportunities. Right. Until recently, when I joined, when I was called by a language service provider for a translation project, subtitling project, and I was concerned with getting paid. I was interested to do the job. So I did the job, but then in the payment option, there was some bank transfer, PayPal, and other options. But I used the bank transfer. But unfortunately, they told me that they are not able to send my money from a US bank to my African bank. So it was a shock for me. But luckily, I turned to Proscom. Proscom has developed a solution whereby as a freelancer registered on the platform, you can write from the platform, draft your invoice, submit your invoice to your customer, and request payment. And when you request that payment, it comes directly to your Pros wallet. And when you get the money from your Pros wallet, you can now request a payment directly from your Pros accounts to either using people or bank transfer or Western Union, or even get it straight to your mobile money. And mobile money is what is common in Africa. I don't know if you study the stats. African country has been one of the most the country that use mobile money the most. Yeah. So definitely this kind of solution is a life-saving solution for freelancer like me working from developing countries in Benin in particular.
I found that really interesting because pros.com and Pros Wallet was able to find a way to connect to mobile banking, but PayPal couldn't, and like other, these other places couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But so yeah, that's really good news, I think, for yeah, like you say, for translators, because if you can use pros.com wallet, because I know I've had that issue too. I've worked with people from Turkey and in China and in Africa as well. And yeah, exactly. You know, because PayPal is an issue, and then you have to find another thing. And so that's yeah. So it's really good to know that it can work with pros.com and that worked out. And in fact, yeah, some people might not even know about it. So it's good, yeah, that you mentioned that it can work. Let's switch gears a bit, and if you could talk about being a translator. What do you like about being a translator? What does it do for you? Let's say.
Oh, I mean, when I was studying English as a foreign language teacher, I read that quote that say someone who learn a foreign language live in two words. You know, not only you live in your French speaking, I mean your native language words, but also you are learning a foreign language to live in another words. So being able to becoming a translator is helping me to project myself into another words, the English language words.
Yeah.
So this is one of the advantage. The second advantage is that being a translator, you you are learning constantly new things. And I love learning. I like learning. So when I get the projects, it's a new opportunity for me to learn. When I have a project to work on, it's a new opportunity to learn. Learning new words, learning a new vocabulary, learning new syntax, learning new reality. And also someone will tell me, being a translator, I think you get paid to learn new things.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That's very true. And because exactly, you know, there might be other people who are interested in translation in Benin Republic or other places, and so they're wondering, you know, what it's like. And so I think that it's very interesting that you share that. And actually, I'm pushing that a bit further. Like, what advice would you have if there's someone from West Africa, or, you know, from somewhere else who might be interested in translation? What advice would you have for them?
Okay. What I've discovered from this past years is that translation is evolving. Translation is not only translating word from a native language, foreign language, to maybe a target language, a source language to a target language. Translation is not including a lot of other subdomain, like for instance, subtitling, like for instance, transcribing, like doing voicing over.
Yeah.
You see, so translation is becoming more like an industry with different subdomain. So someone who wants to be in translation, I will tell him, okay, what are you interested in translation?
Right.
And get trained first. Get trained first, as much as you can get trained, okay? Identify first your passion for it. If you don't find, if you identify this as a passion, then you need to start investing in your training because it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to train yourself and advertise your skills. Register on platforms that can help you to get message across. And also join a network, build network, join network, because you cannot stay all by yourself. Join networks. Networks create opportunity to have access to translation jobs also.
Definitely, especially yeah, online. That's yeah, the way you can build out build networks, and it's yeah, it's very true what you say, because the different types of, if you're doing transcription, subtitling, or translation, it's very different, you know, a different job that you're working on and different skills. And so yeah, it's true to get training with whatever you do, and to market yourself out there, and yeah, you know, it's working online. And so along those lines, let's market you a little bit. What jobs are you available for, and what type of work are you available for?
I'm available for translating from English to French in different domains, like arts, agriculture, marketing, and also I'm also interested in subtitling projects.
Okay.
I'm doing a little bit of voiceover too as well.
Yeah. Interesting. And this is all in the language combinations that you mentioned before, between
French to English, and English to phone to English, vice versa.
Okay. Excellent. And then I can leave a link to, I guess, your LinkedIn. If people want to get in touch with you, is LinkedIn the best way, or okay, I can leave a. Sorry.
They can get in touch with me through my LinkedIn profile, Epiphane Ajaji.
Perfect.
They can also contact me directly using my WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very common nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's 229 plus 229 97470683.
Excellent. And I can leave a link in the description below to so that people can just click on it and find your contact information. And yeah, before we go, my last question is if you could teach me some fun, because I don't speak any. If just something like how to say hello or something like that.
Okay. Unku.
Uku?
To say hello is unku.
Uku?
Unku.
Unku? Okay.
And you answer unku.
Unku? Oh, okay. Is it the same?
Yes.
Uku?
Yeah, unku.
Okay.
Unku.
Uku? And answer uku? Okay, okay. Uku. Oh, that's simple enough. Uku? Uku?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unku.
And then, so I can even go, so how do you say goodbye?
Edabo.
Edabo. Okay, edabo. Uku? Edabo. Okay, I'll probably forget that, but that's, yeah, good to know. And before we go, is there anything else you would like to add or anything else you'd like to say?
No, just to thank you, Robert, for this opportunity you're offering freelancers to let them know to the world, and your great job, and that's great.
Yeah, no, and I hope people can find it useful. Again, because I think like you say, there are a lot of translators who maybe aren't in the radar of places like PayPal or stuff like that, and so so hopefully this can help some other translators out, whether they're in West Africa or in other places, and with stuff like that. And so I'm very happy you could join me. I know you have a meeting coming up soon, but I'm very glad we could find the time to talk. And yeah, and I was about to say goodbye, and I just forgot how to say goodbye. I remember, oh, cool. Wait, how do you say goodbye again?
Edabo.
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 Edabo. Okay, yeah. So
Yes.
so thank you very much, and I will say edabo, and once again I will leave the contact information down here below, and yes, thank you very much.